Hello Internet! I'm Hazel, and today I'm going to be going over what we know about Beast Mastery Hunters in Legion. We'll take a look at the original preview blog post, spell changes and removals, the new talent tree, and the artifact weapon traits. Of course, it's still early in development, so keep in mind that things can and will change. The full original blog post by Blizzard is linked in the description below this video. In the blog post, Blizzard stated that Beast Masters are in a good place overall, and the general goal in Legion is to make the different hunter specs more distinct. They want the core of Beast Mastery to be summoning and managing beasts. To accomplish this, Dire Beast is going to take over the role of Cobra Shot as our focus generator. Many of our talents and artifact traits work towards enhancing that Dire Beast mechanic, and I anticipate Beast Mastery Hunters having quite a zoo following them around. In their efforts to make Beast Mastery unique from the other hunter specs, a lot of utility spells ended up getting cut or changed. Keep in mind as we go that we're still in alpha as of the making of this video, and none of these changes are guaranteed to be final. Arcane Shot is going to be for Marksman Hunter only. Cobra Shot is our new focus dump, and it doesn't have a cast time anymore, so it's basically the same thing. Cobra is a cooler word anyways. Camouflage is a talent for survival and marks hunters. I'm a little surprised. I thought Camouflage fit the Beast Mastery fantasy pretty well. I guess though, with 17 tigers following you around, it might be tough to be sneaky. Master's Call is a PvP talent for survival hunters, so it's gone for us. I'll miss my freedom in PvP. Explosive and Freezing Trap are for survival hunters only. Ice Trap is straight up gone. With no more traps, we won't need Trap Launcher either. They're really gutting our PvP utility. Aspect of the Cheetah is now a sprint on a cooldown rather than a stance. You'll run 90% faster for 3 seconds and then 30% faster for another 9 seconds. This has a 1 minute cooldown and no daze effect. I think this is a big improvement for both raiding and PvP. Bestial Wrath is getting simplified in Legion. It's now just a 20% damage buff for you and your pet for 10 seconds on a 1.5 minute cooldown. It's overall a bit less strong than the Warlords version, which also let you cast shots at half focus cost and had a shorter cooldown. Deterrence is gone, and it's being replaced with Aspect of the Turtle. Aspect of the Turtle gives you 8 seconds of deflection and unspecified damage reduction on a 3 minute cooldown. I'm hoping for a giant turtle shell graphic, but that might be a bit much. Dire Beast is now baseline and has been enhanced to become a core part of our rotation. It summons a powerful beast to attack your target for 8 seconds and only has a 10-second cooldown. You get focus when your Dire Beast attacks, and summoning it reduces your Bestial Wrath cooldown. This is in addition to your permanent pet, which makes it stage 1 of becoming an animal hoarder. Exhilaration is now baseline. You'll have a nice on-demand heal for you and your pet. Distracting Shot, Aspect of the Pack, Focus Fire, Kill Shot, and Trank Shot are all on the tragically removed list. They're doing some serious spellbook cleaning. Passive abilities Cobra Strikes and Invigoration are also gone. To fill the ranks, we have a couple brand new baseline spells. Aspect of the Wild is a new 2-minute cooldown that increases crit chance for you and your pet by 10% for 10 seconds. You'll also gain 10 focus per second while it's active. Wild Call is a new passive ability that gives your critical strikes a 30% chance to reset your Dire Beast cooldown. Dire Beasting again won't despawn your active Dire Beast, so this is Animal Hoarder Stage 2. Go for the Throat causes your auto shot crits to give your pet 15 focus. What I'm getting out of all this is that crit seems like a real nice stat for us so far. The talent tree is getting an overhaul, and a bunch of talents didn't make the cut. Say goodbye to Crouching Tiger, Hidden Chimera, Iron Hawk, Spirit Bond, Steady Focus, Thrill of the Hunt, Glaive Toss, Power Shot, Focusing Shot, and Adaptation. It's not as bad as it sounds. We are getting some cool new stuff to play with. Let's look at the new talents. At level 15, we pick from One with the Pack, Way of the Cobra, and Dire Stable. One with the Pack improves your Wild Call passive by an additional 10%. Way of the Cobra gives Cobra Shot an extra 5% damage for every pet and guardian you have active. That includes every Dire Beast you've managed to cheat out of the forest. It may or may not include Stampede. Dire Stable lets your Dire Beasts generate an extra 4 focus for you when they attack, which will let you get more Cobra Shots. Someone who's good at math is going to parse out exactly which talent on this tier will do more damage, and everyone's going to end up with that. At level 30, you choose from Post Haste, Farstrider, and Narrow Escape. Post Haste and Narrow Escape are both unchanged from their Warlords versions. Farstrider gives Disengage 2 charges to let you scoot out of stuff more often. At level 45, we see Binding Shot, Wyvern Sting, and Intimidation. These are the same familiar abilities that we had before, and they should all help you lock down your target. At level 60, we pick between Stomp, Exotic Munitions, and Chimera Shot. Stomp gives your dire beasts an AoE damage attack when they first charge in, which should help with cleaving damage. Exotic Munitions hasn't changed and still lets you choose between single target damage, AoE damage, and snares. Chimera Shot has been redesigned a bit since we stole it from Marks Hunters. It's now a two-headed shot that hits your target and one nearby target, dealing damage. It'll generate 20 focus if you hit 2 things with it and 10 focus on one target. It'll probably be great on fights like Tyrant Velhari with 2 persistent targets tanked on top of each other. At level 75, you choose from Big Game Hunter, Bestial Fury, and Blink Strikes. Big Game Hunter gives your auto shots and Cobra shots 50% extra crit chance on targets above 80% health. Bestial Fury improves the damage bonus of Bestial Wrath by 20%, presumably for both you and your pet. Blink Strikes hasn't changed and will help your pets keep high uptime when you need to switch between distant targets. At level 90, you pick between a Murder of Crows, Barrage, and Volley. A Murder of Crows and Barrage haven't changed aside from now being on the same tier. Volley is a returning spell that we haven't seen since like Wrath. It'll be instant cast, cost 80 focus, and AoE some stuff for 6 seconds. It doesn't appear to have a cooldown, so we'll see if it ends up being as good damage as Barrage for AoE. It'll certainly be safer to cast in dungeons. At level 100, you get access to Stampede, Killer Cobra, and Aspect of the Beast. Stampede still summons a bunch of animals to hit stuff on a 3-minute cooldown, and may succeed in lagging out your opponent when combined with all of your dire beasts. Killer Cobra gives Cobra Shot a 25% chance to reset your kill command cooldown while Bestial Wrath is active. Aspect of the Beast buffs kill command based on the talent choice of your pet. If you have a Ferocity pet, you'll get an extra 6-second bleed. A Tenacity pet will get 15% damage reduction for 3 seconds, although I'm unclear on whether that's for the pet, the hunter, or both. A Cunning pet will apply a slow to their target when using kill command with this talent. For an artifact weapon, Beast Mastery Hunters will wield Titan Strike the gun. I would have thought that firing a giant rifle might scare away your average bird or cat pet, but whatever. The following are traits that you'll unlock over the course of Legion as you gain artifact power and upgrade your weapon. This artifact tree is very much a work in progress, and I expect to see a lot of change to it before launch. Guardian of the Titan Spark summons a permanent companion to fight for you when you use Call Pet. I was under the impression that that was what Call Pet already did, so maybe this gives us a second permanent pet? Protection of the Thunderspark reduces your damage taken, and Unlimited Wrath adds time to your Bestial Wrath duration. Unleash the Hounds gives Dire Beast a 20% chance to summon an additional beast. If that wasn't enough animals for you, Master of Beasts summons a random exotic beast every 5 seconds for 20 seconds when you use Bestial Wrath. Spitting Cobras increases your Cobra Shot damage, Fury Swipes buffs your Beast Cleave, and Shell Shocked heals you during Aspect of the Turtle. Call of the Wild resets the duration of all of your active Dire Beasts to 8 seconds whenever your Dire Beast cooldowns reset with Wild Call. Shield of the Titans causes your Aspect of the Wild to summon an orbiting lightning sphere around your pet, which deals AoE damage. Focus of the Titans increases your maximum focus. Jaws of Thunder gives your kill command a chance to be empowered for extra damage. Strength of the Pack causes your pets to do 3% extra damage for every other pet you have active. Pack Leader empowers kill command for up to 15% extra damage for every additional beast you have active. Natural Mending buffs your men pet. Finally, Charge of the Thunderspark gives your Cobra Shots and Multi-Shots a chance to overcharge the Thunderspark in your gun. For 20 seconds, your auto shots will deal nature damage and a ball of pure energy builds until it discharges at your target. You better still be fighting something in 20 seconds. And that's what we know so far about BM Hunters and Legion. There's gonna be beasts, like a lot of beasts. Keep an eye on my channel for a separate video detailing the PvP talent tree that Beastmasters will get in Legion. Let me know what you think of the Hunter changes and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye!